Most people think owning property means building wealth, but if you've bought the wrong asset or you're not using the equity you've got, you're literally throwing money away. Let me show you how you can fix that and how the smartest investors are using equity to build real wealth faster. Buying your first investment property is a huge win, but here's the biggest misconception. Imagine planting a tree, giving it one good water, and then walking away expecting it to grow tall and strong. You've made a great start, but the work's not done. A lot of investors stop right there, and while they're waiting, others are quietly growing, getting ahead without them even realizing it. So why are you losing $150,000 without realizing it? Let's break it down. Where do I get 150K from? Well, most people hear 150K in equity and think, where am I supposed to pull that from? Let me tell you a story. One of our clients, an accountant and a school teacher in Melbourne, bought their first investment property in 2023. It was a house in a high growth corridor on the edge of a major metro area. Purchase price, $420,000. They weren't trying to time the market or flip it. They were wanting something solid that would grow. Fast forward just 18 months, that property is now worth over $655,000. That's $235,000 in capital growth just from picking the right area. Nick and Mariah used that same asset, taken the equity to buy their second and third property without saving for another deposit from scratch. That's how momentum is built. Not by chasing the market, but by making smart moves early and letting your equity do the work. So how are you losing 150K a year? Well, let's talk about the flip side. Another client came to us recently. Same time frame, same goal. They had bought a property in Winter Valley for $525,000, but had only seen an annual growth of less than $7,000. Tiny growth. Not enough equity to use and no way to move forward. Now, he's not in trouble, but he's stuck. And in this game, being stuck is the same as falling behind. While other investors were using their equity to buy again, he spent 3 years sitting on the property that didn't actually move. That's where the $150,000 is lost. Not in bills, not in mistakes, in missed growth and missed opportunity. It's not about making the perfect decision. It's about being in the right position to act when the time comes. And that starts with the property you buy and the strategy behind it. So how do you actually start building equity right now? Well, most people think that they need to wait to save for another deposit, wait for interest rates to drop, wait for the market to recover. But here's the truth. You don't need to wait. There are 3 levers you can pull right now to move forward. Number 1, optimize the property you already own. What do I mean? Get a valuation. Understand your equity position. If there's untapped growth, use it. If it's flat, ask why. What's holding it back? Could you add value through a light reno? Could it be refinanced to free up some more cash flow? Which brings me to number 2. Unlock and use your equity isn't just a number on a paper. It's leverage. If your property has grown in value, you may be able to access part of that equity and use it as a deposit for the next purchase without saving from scratch. Talk to your broker or advisor about how much is usable. Hint, it is usually up to 80% of the new value minus what you owe. Point number 3, build a portfolio plan, not just a property plan. The first property is important, but the second is where momentum really starts. That next property should be chosen with a bigger goal in mind. Cash flow, leverage, adding diversity. Start thinking in terms of 3 to 5 year strategy, not just a single purchase or what you'd be happy with as a financial outcome. My personal goal is $200,000 in passive income through my investments, which I think is more than enough to look after my family and enjoy a nice steak without worrying about the bill. Most people don't take action because they think they need to know everything. You don't. You just need to know where you are and what's possible from there. So now you know why equity matters and what you can do to start building it. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. In the next video, we'll show you another key part of the strategy, something most investors overlook, but the smart ones use to get ahead faster. Click through and we'll keep building your property game one smart move at a time to your success.